Chag Sameach, everyone. Another Passover is over and done with, and hopefully some of you fulfilled your statements from last year by this year having your Seder in the Holy Land. Now usually for me, Passover on board a ship is not the best of times. Typically I can't eat anything, I'm always upset that I missed out on all the celebrations, and there's never enough wine. Well, there's never any wine, which is a very depressing thing. This year, however, we changed all that, except the part about the wine. Still was no wine. This year we were actually able to have a Passover celebration on the ship, and it was a great time. A huge part about Passover is actually the preparation for it. So much of the holiday is getting the home and yourself ready for Passover. Typically this involves cleaning utensils, dishes, getting your kitchen ready, getting your home ready, and stocking up on large amounts of wine. Here on the YWAM PNG, we focused primarily on the foods that we were going to eat, and specifically on matzah. If there's one part about Passover that stands out more than the rest, I would say it's the matzah. It's the only time of the year that we eat it, and it symbolizes how we had to leave Egypt quick, fast, and in a hurry, and we didn't have time to wait for the bread to rise. After getting the ingredients together, the chief cook, Thomas Schwab, and myself set off to making matzah. It was predominantly him telling me what to do since I really have no idea how to make matzah. We started off by kneading the mixture.
This is how you do matzo. I'm doing the proper kneading method as instructed to me by Chief Cook Thomas.
Then began the hours of rolling out the mixture and cutting it into the squares that we wanted it.
Rolling out the dough for the matzah. And crap, this is a workout. Like I'm in my life. Oh jeez. I tell him that Thomas here probably has forearms like a lobsterman.
Unfortunately, we were not able to meet the 18-minute requirement, but in our defense, we had a few things go wrong. When anchor dragging interrupts your matzah making, I guess we have to cross our own Red Sea. Whatever. When the generators won't parallel from the bridge, and you have to go down here and do them on your own. Which is also interrupting my matzah making. Eventually though, it all came together.
However, we did use all kosher ingredients. We did not use any vegetable oil, we only used olive oil. We did not have the 18-minute time limit because, well, we had stuff we had to do. This is cleaned regularly, and it is cleaned to the temperature that is required. However, it is not left untouched for 24 hours, but it is left untouched for 12. So what we did earlier is Thomas and I, Thomas is over there, hey, love you, people. We got our recipe, and we cut it into the squares that we needed it. And now we're just grilling it like it's a regular old burger. Matzah burgers.
We also made choroset, which symbolizes the optimism and hope that Passover brings us all.
My choroset. Got coconut, got orange, and we got apple. It's something, right? There you go. It's happy hour in Papua New Guinea.
At the very end, after all of our preparations, we had a great Seder. Pesach 2018. We got our Seder plate and everyone's all gathered around for their very first Seder. Now, because this Passover also coincided with Shabbat, I decided to do a little bit of a drosh. I talked about how Passover is sort of an allegory for our whole lives. You know, just because we're not in forcible servitude by a tyrannical government or oppressive regime doesn't mean that we can't be enslaved. We can be enslaved by a bad job or an unpleasant relationship or just an obsessive thought. Anything that dictates our lives in a negative manner is a form of enslavement. And over the course of our lives, we get almost institutionalized into this. You know, we get stuck in this bad job, stuck in this bad relationship. This obsessive thought rules every aspect of our lives. Slowly though, we get ahead of this enslavement. We separate ourselves from it. And before we know, we're running headlong away from it. You know, it's as far behind us as we can put it. But eventually we come to this Red Sea, this emotional block that we have. This is what we had to do to break free of these chains that have held us for so long. And usually with the help of several people who are close to us, we're able to break past this seemingly insurmountable barrier. We're able to cross our own Red Sea. But then we come to the realization that we don't know what to do. As bad as this enslavement was, as obsessive as this thought ruled our lives, as bad as everything was, it still gave us guidance. We still were able to live our lives around it, even if it was only to live our lives in a slightly less crappy manner. But now that's gone. Now we don't have to force ourselves through this crappy job. Now we don't have to dictate our lives based on this thought. But now what do? Well, we go forward using faith. And I'm not just talking about the faith that Jews have in the mitzvot or the faith that Christians have in Jesus. I'm talking about any kind of faith. Sometimes all you need is a faith in knowing that the actions that you're taking are good for yourself and good for other people. Or on an even simpler basis, sometimes just knowing that you're taking actions gives you enough faith and encouragement to move forward. I mean, that's doing something is better than doing nothing at all oftentimes. And eventually, we slowly get back to a sense of normalcy. We slowly get back our own lives. Our enslavement is gone. We have guidance again, and we're able to move forward and become better people. And I think that is a lot of what the story of Passover is about. And if we're able to apply that to our lives, we're able to become better people. And that's the Drosh from Adam for the day. Hope you guys had a great Passover. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again. Until then, though, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.